Whoa, these dogs. So it's Wednesday, September 7th. And of course, I'm still thinking about Eliza Fletcher. You can see my shadow there. I'm thinking about all of these runs that women are doing in Liza's honor. One video on TikTok shows Liza's friend doing a 13.1 mile run, a marathon training run, half marathon apparently training run in her honor. It's very good. I plan to do a long form video about it all on Plunder on YouTube, but I just wanted to talk out my thoughts about and give tips from women, especially who are long distance runners. I'm not a long distance runner yet, and there's so much controversy. I'm also going to talk about her Lululemon shorts. I found where she might have purchased those same purple shorts from a friend of hers, and that kind of almost stopped me in my tracks yesterday. But the main thing, I am avoiding victim shaming. I'm not victim blaming. I want Liza's horrible murder not to be in vain. Perhaps it can help others. Give each other tips on how to stay safe. That's what a lot of people are doing right now. How to set your Garmin or Siri or other things to alert people. You know, we can talk about which Apple Series watch might alert your family, friends, perhaps even police to immediate danger. But the main thing I'm thinking, of course it wasn't Liza's fault. You know, I was thinking of Sutherland, I believe her name was, that case where she was running in her hometown in the bright daylight, middle of the afternoon, and that Quake guy just hit her with his truck, assaulted her, and killed her, unfortunately. So folks can't say, of course, oh, she shouldn't have been running at 4:20 a.m. I understand that a working woman like Liza, mother of 2 beautiful little boys, a wife and mom, of course you only have so much time to yourself. So she took advantage of the calming practice of running. That's what she loved doing. Her friend said she was good at it. Indeed, you probably can't see this blue line here, but that's where the marathon runners run here every year. There's a marathon coming up in a few weeks, and I like to cheer on the runners. The ones in the front, they are so amazing. I look at them and look at their bodies and look at their strides, and I know God put them on this earth for that reason, or with that gift, and they amaze me. So no, Liza should not have given up running to try and stay safe. She should not have given up her gift to, you know, avoid the monsters in this world. And according to the police conference yesterday, it sounds like there are no baseless speculations. There shouldn't be. You know, it looks like, even though they alluded to there could be possibly more arrests, they did say that it appears, you know, all these other speculations we heard about online were baseless. When the case first came out, you saw folks on Reddit swearing up and down Liza's husband Richie had been arrested. I see he's a runner too, and he posted a post about having panic attacks and not being able to run. So that's most likely one reason he wasn't running with her. And of course, someone has to stay home with the boys. I've heard that at times Liza would hire a babysitter, I believe, to stay home with the boys while she ran. Just seems like an amazing Christian woman, amazing kindergarten teacher. Of course, I'm not saying she was a perfect person, none of us are, but I do want to know your tips as a long distance runner for staying safe. I've seen all these different weapons that people can use, technology, a lot of things to keep safe, to try and keep safe, especially if you're going to run in the dark. And I will say I live in a relatively safe neighborhood, but I wouldn't advise women I love to run in the dark. And again, this is not victim shaming. This is, I've been reading through so many comments from people saying, we're not shaming her. We're just saying, okay, if this is the world we live in, how do you try and stay safe in it? Even if, quote unquote, Liza had done everything correctly, that doesn't mean she would still be alive. When there are evil guys out there, like Cleotha, again, beset with demons, stalking his prey like the enemy, like a roaring lion, seeing who he will devour. And unfortunately, he did it with Liza, and I can't help thinking about that last photo of her running away in her jog bra and those Lululemon shorts, and that being a sort of final image. But like I wrote on Twitter, I pray her boys grow up with the belief that they will see their mom again in heaven, that the values in Christianity, I'm sure she passed on to them, lives on, and that God comforts them in the midst of tragedy and pain. I better turn around. So yeah, glorious days like this, we should be able to enjoy without fear of danger. So especially if you're a long distance runner, comment below. I might incorporate some of your thoughts into the video I plan to publish. Hopefully I can get it up by tonight, Wednesday, September 7th. I know Cleotha is expected back. Maybe the dogs just want to walk this way. Expected back in court today. He had his murder charges added. I watched yesterday where the judge was questioning him about his name. Sounds like he said he goes by the Cleotha Abston and not that Henderson name. It was hard to understand with the mask on and everything. What the heck was up with that? I love this little park. But it's gonna get noisy up here, so I better end this quickly. But yeah, check for an upcoming video about it all on Plunder, on YouTube. I think a lot of us are just really thinking about this case and how tragic it is and how controversial it is. Of course, people are going in and talking about lynchings and all that kind of stuff when it's this kind of case. Either way, look at that beautiful sunbeam. We have to focus on whatever good can come out of it, and just because people call it a cautionary tale does not again mean that Liza is being blamed for wanting to go on a run. But those are some of my thoughts right now. Comment your thoughts. Check out my YouTube later. I'll go hopefully more in depth on the whole thing. Thanks so much for always watching and subscribing and following me, and we'll just go from there. Okay. Take care. God be with us all.